Welcome to Testimony Tuesday, everybody. It is the girl TP from the D, and I am super excited. I am blessed to have these queens on. One will be staying and hanging out with me for a long time on tonight, and then one is going to pop through because when you're in the business in which they provide the amazing support that they do, you never know where you got to be and when you got to show up. When you get called, you got to show up, and this is what those queens do. So it's going to be a very interesting show. I need you to grab you a pen and paper. If you have your smartphones, right? Some of you may not be, using your smartphone tonight to watch the show. You could be looking on your laptop or your desktop or whatever that looks like. But I want you to be able to grab some information. There's going to be a lot of nuggets dropped. I'm going to pick their beautiful brains tonight. I'm really going to pick on Vaughn. Vaughn has a lot that she does. And very, 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 very outgoing. So we're going to have a fun time tonight. Now, you might be saying to yourself, like, well, who are you talking about? Well, you already know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Vaughn and KyraBea. Okay. And so let me give you this visual. This is one of my favorite photos of them. There is so much personality. And I was actually there when the photos was taken. It was a very amazing, dope photo shoot. Okay. And when I tell you their personalities speak through their photos, whether it's the ones they take together or if it's ones they do individually, it's always a vibe. Okay. And so we're going to get into some amazing things. I had thought about um, showing you guys some things like, the pods and things like that. But I said, you know what? I actually want to ask questions. Right. And you probably want to ask questions too. And so I'm doing something new too. I'm going to give you the opportunity for those because I know some people said sometimes they're looking from YouTube and they would like to ask a question, but I can't see people on YouTube. I can only see you when you go on through StreamYard, when you're through the Facebook. And I know that might sound weird, but you would literally have to go to www.streamyard.com/Facebook. When you make your comments, I can see them over there and then I can share them with the guests. Yes, I can see it on my Facebook page, but I'm engaged with my guests and I'm trying to monitor. But for those that are looking through YouTube and you're like, oh, I don't have Facebook because some people don't, and I get it, and that's fine. You guys could actually call, right? So we're trying to induct something, and my co-producer, which is also my husband, Swifty, is not here to support me today. So a couple things he said, just send it to me. He's out doing his own thing. He has a million things going on, and I didn't want to put one more thing on his plate. So I'm going to say you guys can actually call in. 248-734-5125. We're going to test that thing out. I did it one time before and it was a lot of fun. So I said, let me roll that opportunity out. If you didn't get the number, it's okay. Maybe I'll share it later. I don't know. So without further ado, I want you guys to help me welcome to the show. She's no stranger here. She's been here several times. The one and only Vaughn, and I believe we may have KyraBea popping in.
I unmuted. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, TT. How are you doing?
I'm well, Queen. I am well. Happy Tuesday to you.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here with you on such a warm but rainy day.
And that is facts. It was pouring down downtown, and now it's raining harder as I got home. But I love the sound of rain. And for what you got going on in
Yeah.
your background, I know they love the rain, right? They love
They
the
absolutely do. So hopefully they hear what we're talking about today and they soaking it in so they can grow a little
rain. I
when
know
we're
that.
done.
I know that's right. I have to say thank you, sis. I know. Hey, Tabitha. Hey. I know that KyraBea is going to try to pop in today. But I know that you are a leader and I know that you speak for both of you guys.
Absolutely.
It is so much to unpack. I'm excited because I want to ask some questions about some photos that I have, and then I'm like, no, let me take them through a couple little things here. So first of all, I was telling them about y'all photo, you and Kyra, like this photo is like
Oh,
everything.
yes, by the
Okay.
wonderful Byron Gainey, Mr. Smooth
Yes.
himself.
Yes. Come
Shout
on,
out to
Mr.
you.
Jamie. That's right. That's right. So let me jump here and talk about this.
Oh, hey, that's me.
That's you. Plant, because I want you to think about some things because I'm coming back to
Okay.
these things.
Okay.
But I you do something amazing with the plant nursery and gardening store and what you're doing, implementing it into what you guys are doing as a collective right over there on Dexter. We're gonna get into that and unpack
Mhm.
that. But I want you to think about that because I want to talk about that. Okay. I
Okay.
know KyraBea is not here. I do want to read this because I know y'all are so connected and so intertwined that I want us to talk about how trauma can run deep, right?
Mhm.
So, with that, I also this right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so like when I say we about to get into it, we're gonna get into it. But before we do that, Queen, I would love for you to take the time out and tell the viewers who is Vaughn. Who is Vonda? Who's Vaughn?
TT, I always feel like you start off with these introspective questions.
And I
And
do.
be like, and that, on a regular day to day, you don't think about that. You don't think about who I am. You just do the work. You go through the motions. I mean, you don't always think about, who am I? But intentionally sitting and you asking me that, I'm a mother, I am a giver, I am a licensed professional counselor, I am mental health, I am healing, I am bright, I am whimsical,
Mm.
I am dark, I am light,
Whew, girl.
I am what I am. And so, all of these few decades plus some that I've been on this earth, I'm still discovering and finding and navigating my path to who I am. And so sometimes that shows up differently from day to day. But what I do know is what I am not. And I think that is a good place to start with growth.
Mm.
I am a server, I am a servant, and I am here to give. I'm here to give parts of myself, parts of my journey, all, with what we're doing through our healing platforms, because it definitely requires a certain amount of giving of you. So
Yes.
that I know at my core that I am.
I had like this zilch that ran right through
Mm,
me. One of the things out of all the things you just said, and it got chills in my arms, and I feel emotional. I want you to unpack for us when you said, and this is off the radar, right?
mhm,
Because
mhm.
I didn't expect your response, but I should have. Um, when you say I am mental health, what does that mean?
Yeah, it means that I am who I stand in the gap for. So those who cannot speak for themselves, those who may lack the capacity to speak up for themselves, I know that's who I am. I am a healer, meaning I know what I've come from, I know what I've been through, and that has required me to admit some things about myself that weren't always so pretty. And so I am growth in that mental health process. I am growth in realizing and acknowledging what that looks like. So, what my symptoms are, what my downfalls have been. And that within itself is a journey
Mm.
alone, And so, for that, I am. I am. And not just for me, but for others who are looking for the words to say in those moments as well.
That's fire because you could have been standing for me yesterday, right? Even today, I had
Hmm.
moment on today, and you never know. I mean, we could get into it, and I have to bring you back to talk about some other things on another level, but there's so much going on in our lives from day to day. We're
Yeah.
not strangers to trauma, going through trauma, healing
Hmm.
from trauma. I always say if there's a person that can say, "Well, I have not ever experienced trauma. I don't know anything about trauma," I salute you. But I think one of the beautiful things about who we are, the invisible scars that we've accumulated throughout our journey of life. Um,
Mhm.
but as you said, to your point, you are mental health. You are for the person that don't know how to say, "That's how I'm feeling." I don't know how to put this into
Mhm.
words. You know what I'm saying? And so I thank you for the ability to be a gap stander
Oh
and
yeah.
open your arms and welcome in and help her, him, them come from one side to the other side. And when I think I gotta show you
Absolutely.
this, when I said that, I just got this, ooh, I just got this thought, right? So I was like, I promise you. This came to my mind when I just said that. I imagine,
Mhm.
I don't know, we're gonna unpack and talk about the pie. But I imagine me standing on the outside of this and coming in, and we're gonna talk about what's happens and all these great things in there, but coming out on the other side and feeling
Oh yeah.
better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I know I'm jumping ahead because I had to show that, right? Okay, I just had to show that. Yeah, I just had to show that. We coming back to that, y'all. We're gonna come back to that. But when you said what you said, I really felt that way. I really
Mhm.
did. And I'm like, okay. It brings me back to this here trauma
Yes.
community, right?
Yeah.
Um, reading this, and then I would like for you to unpack it, and we're gonna go on and start diving. Um, for those of you that are listening and watching, some of you may be doing things and occupied, and this is one of those shows that's gonna be so deep. Yes, it's wonderful to be able to watch, but to hear, come on, let
Oh
them ears be
yeah.
open and to receive what you hear tonight. Um, this piece. Now, let me ask you this before I read this: is this something that Kyra B? This is from her thoughts, her words.
Absolutely. Oh
Okay, here.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, y'all, this is a quote from the one and only Kyra B. So she said, "We can become so accustomed to our own trauma that we hesitate to release it. Confronting
Mhm.
the origin of our pain can feel overwhelming. However, there is a beautiful and safe path to letting go of this darkness. Connect with us at the hub. We're here to support you." And it that also took me back to what you said, that I am darkness. So, can you break down what I just read to the people to say, well, these words sound like I can relate, but I don't really know
Yeah.
what they mean.
Yeah. So oftentimes with trauma, we think and we look for this big bang, right? We think that trauma has to be something really like big. And we have big T traumas, what we call big T traumas, like the ones that everybody can identify with when they hear it. But then you have smaller traumas, like microaggressive traumas. And sometimes you don't know that you've been reliving that over and over again because it doesn't sound like the normalized trauma. So, getting bit by a dog, for instance, traumatic. So, every time you hear that dog bark, wherever you are, your body shifts. It does
Mm,
a whole fight or flight. So, some people might not think that's a big deal, or you saw somebody get bit by a dog, and now you're like, okay, let me stay away from those. And so, we become so accustomed to our trauma that we live with it in a way where it's normal. It's a cup of coffee on a Sunday morning. It's a glass of water when you're hot. And so we are living with it. It's an everyday thing. We're accustomed to it. We're waking up next to it. We're putting it on our toothbrushes when we brush our teeth. It feels normalized. And so confronting that pain or even thinking about it, let's not even talk about confrontation. Let's talk about thinking about confronting it. It's,
okay.
it's overwhelming. It's daunting. It's debilitating. And so think about how your body has to process that every single time you think about trying. That's a lot. That's an overwhelming thing that you're putting your body through. It's like reliving it every time you think about it. And so you don't always think that there is joy on the other side. You don't always think that there is a place for you to be able to live with what that trauma is. So you don't address it. You can
Yeah.
look at it every day in the mirror. You can look at it every day in your relationship. You can look at it every day when you go to work or your friendships. Like
Mm,
you don't want to deal with that.
yeah.
And so the confrontation part of it is like, oh no, like I don't want no parts of that thing. We're just gonna continue to hurt. We're gonna let it fester. We're gonna ruminate in it. We're gonna stew in it.
Mm,
And I like the analogy of like sitting in a pool of stagnant water. And so
mm,
you think about the algae and the bacteria and the things that comes with water that's stagnant when there's just no movement,
yeah.
where the wrong type of growth is coming from that. Life is going to life in that water, but it may not be the kind that you need. And so how wonderful and beautiful it is to even take the first step to even talk about it, to even get to confront it in a way of saying it.
Yeah.
And I'll say, here's my ball of yarn. Help me unravel it. Like I don't know how. So here it is. Help me. That's a beautiful step to take.
Yeah.
To just say help me is a beautiful step to take. And so we think about letting go of that darkness and that space that we're just continuing to sit in.
Yeah.
That's not serving us well. It's we're unhealthy,
Come
and
on,
not
talk.
just not just mentally unhealthy, but we're physically unhealthy because you think about the way that your body holds on to stress and what it does to you, what it
Mm,
does to your organs, what it does to your fluidity in your intestines. Like what that does to your body is tumultuous. But once you would start to address that trauma, big T, little t, it doesn't matter. But you connect with somebody where you feel safe, where you have the ability to unravel that ball of yarn. And it's not that the trauma is going to go away. Like the goal is not to erase the trauma. The goal is to not be debilitated by the trauma anymore. It's to not live with it in your bones. It's to confront it and go, hey, I see you. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. But I'm not there no more. But I appreciate what you've done. I
mm,
appreciate the growth that you offered me. All right, I'll see you later. Same time tomorrow? Okay. And you can go about your day in the healthiest manner. But when
wow.
we don't and we become accustomed to it, it becomes so regular. It's like living every day in fight or flight mode. And you don't allow yourself to live to your fullest potential when we are held captive by the things that hurt us before.
Oh, you
And
about to
so
make cry, Vine. What is happening?
So
Because
here at the hub, we want to address that. Like we in time, right? T, like it doesn't happen overnight.
yeah,
It doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen with your willingness. It can happen. And so that's what the hub is about. It's just creating a space where we can unravel together, where we can pull that ball apart and we may wrap it back up, but I bet you it's a little neater than before.
that's
So,
so powerful.
that's the goal. That's what we're endeavoring to do.
Whew. I know y'all like, oh, somebody got counseling right there. Somebody got free counseling right there. Okay, because y'all was like, she hit that thing. Yeah, I know. Because you tapped into some things even that I have put away, but I had to learn how to meet it, like you said, and say, oh, I see you. I called out some stuff today, like, oh, I see you. Oh, but no, oh
Yeah,
no,
you're not about to take over though.
you're not about to do that because I know what that
Mm-mm.
looks like and feels like, and I don't want to feel
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
whew, okay, so let's go on because we can stay in that vein. I love talking to you and
Yeah.
Kyra. Y'all
Yeah.
already know, y'all so damn deep, man. What? Yes. So listen, what's in the name? What your the organization Healing from the Rhythm Within? What's in the
Mm-hmm. So, see, we go back. We go back, and we should have pulled up them 2019 foot washing pictures. Like, we could have pulled up Charles H. Wright.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
we've been in this work for a really long time, and to see the evolution of it is really beautiful. And healing from the rhythms within, it really taps into that inner drum that we all have. And you think about your heartbeat, you think about how the cadence of that runs your day, right? When it's accelerated, you won't go. But when it's relaxed, you're a little more, probably more reserved and laid back. It puts you in a space of comfort, your rhythm, your beat. And Healing from the Rhythms Within is a grassroots organization. We are a foot to ground, Mother Nature, Earth. What's happening? How can you come in here and help us to survive? That's what we on, because
yes,
we've learned over the years how important it is to stay connected to your environment. We talk about food as medicine with Chef Tanya. We talk about somatic therapy with Kyra, and how the movement and the energy in your body, the buildup and what it can do for you, and what power music and rhythm has. And so, T, you already know, because you go back to the days of dancing and
yes,
hearing that music, and there's a different type of motion and feeling when music is involved.
that's
It
true.
doesn't have to have lyrics. It doesn't have to, it can be one or two beats and ambient sounds, and that's going to resonate with somebody. There's such a powerful force in the rhythm of music. And so, healing from the rhythms within, like, we really endeavored to pull from what we come from ancestrally. Like, what are our forefathers and our mothers are saying? Like, what was that like? And how did that healing begin? And so that's what we really want to stay connected to, with our organization, and just providing an unconventional space for people who are looking for support with not being in the four walls of an office. That doesn't
True.
work for everyone. And I work in four walls of an office. So I'm an artist. So I'm
Yes.
able to compare and contrast just what that feels like. And I know what I need. I know what I need as a client. I know what I need as a consumer. And I need some rhythm. And I need some healing to be intertwined in that rhythm. And sometimes we need just a little bit of help to guide us to find what that is. We lose track of that sometimes. We kind of lose ourselves in the world and what's going on, because everything is moving so fast. And so we want to just reconnect everybody to that original rhythm that you're feeling internally. Like, that's what we want to get back to.
Okay. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Give us a glimpse. Tell us a little bit about your board, because you guys are a nonprofit.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And like you said, you guys have been putting in this work for quite a while. And for me to be on the side that I sit, it's the honor to watch it, like the thoughts,
Oh
the
yeah.
conversations, you guys sitting and having deep conversations, and artistry of a black flower, just all of these things are coming
Yeah.
and manifesting. And it's like it's happening so fast, like it's a train. It's happening so
Hmm.
fast. I'm like, y'all was just talking about that. Oh my God. So you guys are did it. Oh, you already have the land? Okay, okay, so ahead of myself. But you're bored. So is it true? Because I was about to say it as if it's facts, but is it facts and true that every nonprofit has to have a board? And if so, why?
Yeah. So yes. And so what a board does, it helps to keep the organization grounded. You'll hear my sister and I, we say all the time, hey, we want to hear your opposition. We want to hear you tell us no. Please do, because we'll keep running, like, because there's always something to do and to be done. But a
Mm,
board helps the organization to not be so one-sided. It provides the ability to have checks and balances. It allows people to have space to talk and to add, and to not for it to not always be a certain way. It helps to keep things fluid. It helps to keep things open. It helps to bring fresh and new ideas. And so having a board in these type of organizations is really important for people to be invested, to people to show up, for people to have ideas. And to for people to genuinely have a love for what they're doing. You know, Kyra and I, this has been going on for years. There's been work that people have seen. There's been work that people has not seen. So of course, you know, there's a love and a grit that we're gonna have that is gonna be insurmountable. And so, but you still want people who are connected in a board with any organization to have a similar passion, a similar love, not for only the organization, but for the people. You got
Okay.
to have a love for the people, because without the people that we are servicing and without the people that this is for, it's nothing. It's nothing. And so you want to have a board to just keep everything flowing the way that it needs to, and to be able to give balance. So we have a board. We would love if anybody is interested. There are spaces available. We like to keep, like, similar to the collective. We have a moving collective as well with artistry, and so you do that because everybody is excited about something. They want to be excited about something and a part of something, and they don't know what they don't know. And so when they have those opportunities to stand in the gap, that's when they learn just how wide those doors open.
Nice. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Now, there are a lot of nonprofits and there's a lot of people that if you ride through the city, a lot of people
Hmm.
are, we could say a lot of people are regentrifying in certain areas. But what makes your nonprofit stand out from other nonprofits?
Well, I so aside from the love and the passion, it's the work that goes into it, and the unconventional side to something that is so pivotal and needed in our community: therapy and
Mm,
therapeutic services. Um, there are a lot of great nonprofit organizations. They all do an array of things, and some we've come into contact with because, you know, at the end of the day, you have to shake hands and rub elbows, so you can know who's around and what they're doing and what they're up to. But we stand 10 toes down in assisting our people and creating a space that is welcoming for them and community based. We're right in the thick of things on Puritan and Dexter. Shout out Journey for finding that space a couple years ago. Um, but we are in the community, we're in the neighborhood, and we are talking to people about their mental wellness. We are
mm,
meeting them where they are. And so what helps us to stand apart is the fact that my sister and I are licensed therapists. And what also sets us apart are our traumatic journeys, are our journeys in general over our lifespan, and how we connect to music and how we connect to the artistic world. That's what makes us different, because I believe we have a line of sight upward, if you feel me, and
yes.
onward, that connects us in a way that gives us an advantage. And we know that what's for us is for us. And that's the vein that we operate out of. We applaud those around us who are doing things similarly. We applaud their journeys because everybody has a path, but we stay forward thinking. And we have to, and we don't get deterred by what others are doing, because we know what's for us and what's waiting at the end of all this work. Because this some work.
Mm,
It's some work, and we recently just came into a couple of things that we applied for. So we are so excited about that. And there's definitely work being done, you know, behind the scenes where people don't know, and what's coming to fruition if y'all just go ahead and go over to 15922 Dexter and see what's up. 'Cause you will
ooh,
see it
ooh,
when you go.
oh. Well, I'm gonna show them something like really quick. I'm gonna show them some things as we go in because I'm excited. And then shout out to my husband, who my co-producer, who is out doing his thing right now. So I had some great videos from
Oh,
you, honey.
Swifty.
I know, right?
Yes.
And so I didn't want to put nothing else on his plate. He was like, "Send them to me. I'm gonna confirm." I'm like, "This man is." I'm
He was
like, "Okay."
gonna do it for you too. You know how
He
they go.
was, but I was like, you know what? He already got his plate full, and we got to be mindful. a person can want to
Absolutely.
vote and put in, but when we have to also think about people's capacity.
Absolutely.
And even
Yep.
though I feel like I could do it, I got it. Yep, I could. You also got to know even when you need it. When don't add one more thing. It's like Jenga.
Mhm.
Don't,
Yep.
you think you can put that piece in there, but that could be the thing that'll make a
Don't
tumble,
do
right?
it. Don't
Don't do
do
it.
it.
So saying that to say, I decided I was gonna try something. So Lord be with me. But I'm about to try to pull up one of the videos because it was so cute. And I hope I do this right, y'all. So don't be mad, but if not, then you guys can get it from TikTok. You can go over there to the
Yes.
underscore rhythms number 7, and you can find all the videos you want. But I wanted to play this particular one. So let me try to do this, you guys. Hold on. Let me set this up because Von sent me everything y'all need, but I'm not, that's not my calling.
I
It's not
believe
my
in you, T.
thank you, sister. Okay, let me try y'all. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Oh,
Take a look at these things and think, what are those? Well, take a look.
Welcome to the Rhythm Pod.
The rhythm pods are right here on the Rhythm's land to provide one on one support just for you. They are cool, they are calm, and they are beautiful and bursting with color. If you have a minute, come by and check them out.
no, this is what she's talking.
Yay! First of all, can we acknowledge that you did it? Good job, T. Jack of all trades. Wait, T, I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you. And I didn't know if you asked me a question. I'm just sitting here cheesing at you. I'm like, wait, did she ask me something and I didn't say it?
No, I was excited. I was able to pull it off. Still play. I played the video. I was able to still get the video with your beautiful voice. You sound so comforting. Like with this weather outside,
Aw.
I could listen to it over and over. Yeah, you should be doing voiceovers. But anyway, so the pot. I needed to pause this picture here. Let's talk about the design because I'm gonna tell you something. I saw something similar
hmm
and I didn't go in it because I was like, "What is that?" And so
it's a
yeah,
portal. Like,
I was like, "Yeah, I'm straight. I'm good on that." It was at a coffee house, and I found it
yes.
by riding up one day when traffic was bad on Woodward, and I think I was on John R. or Second or something. I don't know where I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
That's
go.
where you
And
were.
so I was okay, very good. So I saw one, and I'm like, "That looks interesting. I wonder what it is." And I went in, got my coffee, and left. Right? What the pod? So much. Like, first of all, why do you call it a pod?
hmm So it will eventually be converted into a different type of space. So this us getting it to the land was one of the phases of getting the alternative settings for us to have in-person one-on-ones or even like small group.
Mm,
But it's a pod because eventually it'll look different in a little while. And so
okay.
in the next phase of what we're doing, a pod is something that is it feels seclusive. It feels like something you can go in and just kind of exist.
Yeah.
It feels individualistic. It feels like it's yours when you're in it. And
Yeah.
so a pie in my brain is usually like a small, confined, but nice space. And so they are what you thought they were from John. Now we actually got these from Steve. He's an architect
Okay.
and designed these. And they are
Mhm.
actually sewer drains. And so they are
Wow.
converted into a seating space. They're about 10,000 pounds or
Oh
more.
my.
Yeah. And so if you are go to our TikTok page, you can see the process of how we got them on the land.
Dang, I saw
It's a
that. Yeah.
really yeah, it's a dope process.
Ooh.
It was very, very intense to watch. But yeah, so they will be converted into a totally they'll have some additives that we are working with the Detroit design team, architectural team from U of D, that we're working to bring those schematics together to make this a usable, fully functional space that will have a door and that will close you in and have filtration and ventilation in it as well. So there's definitely a there's definitely a dope thing that will be happening with these, and definitely shout out to Audra of Izzy Global
Okay.
and Jonathan Kimball, because they will help to extend the design from the pods as well to other different spaces on the land. So it's a lot going on, T. It's
Listen,
exciting.
I'm
But
loving
these
this.
pods are lovely. You do not have to be afraid to go in. You will not transport to another dimension on the other side if you go in there. I
Be like,
do understand your
"Ooh."
apprehension when you saw TT. You was like, I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
You will
nah, I'm
come out and
going
be in
home.
Alaska, like, nope, nope, nope.
Now,
Nah.
if I can come out and be in somewhere beautiful with sunny skies and cold water and some mai tais and all the food I can eat, I might go in it. I
we're
might go in
just we're just hoping that this space, again, just heavy on the unconventional, when you sit in here and just to be able to have real conversations, laugh a little, and really it will be like a teleportation or transporting to somewhere else, because we would love for you to enter one way and exit another in the most beautiful way possible. And so that's what those are for, to really provide, just an additional space on the land.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to what I said. Like I felt like walking up to the pod, and on one side I'm coming in,
Oh
and how
yeah, oh yeah.
thinking, allowing my mind and my body and my spirit to connect and work in unison. When I come out on the other side, I envision that I'm gonna feel so much better. Plus, you're in the
Yeah.
center of nature, like you're in the
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
love
And
that.
that matters. That matters. How you connect with the environment around you. It determines your trajectory for the moment that you have there. So,
Okay.
especially with them yellows. Love me some yellow.
I was like, let me. So I got a nice. See, I was trying to get that clear shot, and then the little brown house behind it.
Oh
I said,
yeah.
"Oh, let's talk about the brown house." You
Yes,
can't see
those
it,
are
ladies and
our
gentlemen, fully
you
in this
can't
shot I took, but
go on
like,
TikTok
yeah, go and take that, and you can see it.
or
But let's talk about the brown
Instagram
house.
or Facebook. Yeah, so those are our therapy studios. We have two right now. We call this is the Browns, and they will have names. We want to be intentional about the names. But for now, we call them this is our brown studio, and then we have a blue studio. And they are fully equipped for one-on-one or small group sessions. They are used to be able to do therapy, to do consultations, to do debriefs. And so they are fully floored, drywalled, and we have Mr. Neil. Shout out to Mr. Neil, who is doing all of our studio work inside of those. So absolutely beautiful. I want to wait until the Blue Studio is done before we release any pictures or videos on TikTok, because I want y'all to get the full effect of the transformation that these spaces have. They are dope. They really bring a richness to the space. And in our community that we're in, we get so much good feedback for how we transform the space. And
Mm,
you can see that as well in one of our videos, like
yeah,
just transforming into space for the people around them, around there, to feel proud, like to
yeah,
feel proud of the area that they live in. I love Detroit. We
yeah,
love Detroit. And so just to be in a space where we're giving back to our city, those studios definitely will be a pivotal thing for especially our neighbors, because they're already asking when can I come get therapy, like
listen.
literally yelling out of car windows asking when can they come get therapy. So
And
we
you know
we
what?
we love it.
I was gonna say, I was just literally talking to someone today. Can't remember who, but I was like, growing up in our culture, it was frowned upon when somebody mentioned you was going to get some counseling or see a
Oh
therapist.
yeah.
Oh, you had to be crazy. Because as a child, that's what I thought. Because that's what I heard.
You
Oh,
had to be
they want
completely off your rocker.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, so we don't do that. But then I ended up growing up and having friends who family members made it a regular part of their week. Well, I'm going to therapy. I'll
Hmm.
see you guys when I get back.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's normalized because it's frowned upon. And I'm like, but it's so therapeutic. Like I've sought out counseling several times along my life journey. And I didn't blend well with a few of them. Like, yeah, no.
I be
And then
like that.
I found, you know what I'm saying? I found some like I'm like, oh my God, can I just keep you forever?
Hmm.
Right? And but when we talk about the land, why did you guys choose to get land that you have to develop and build upon versus purchasing the buildings on some land that's already ready to go?
So if you know my sister, yeah, okay. So we're the same, but we're the opposite at the same time. Kyra want to go stick her hand in some dirt. She want to touch stuff and bother stuff. And she is so in tune with the work that we do, and not the logistical grant writing and building out programs. No, she's in tune. Like, she wants to go to the ground, she wants to know how it feels, she wants to know how the energy resonates with the space. And there's
Mm,
no way we can do that for somewhere that's already established. Somebody already put their mark on that. Somebody has already left behind their legacy, with those spaces that are already coming equipped with buildings, and so there is a beauty in developing something yourself.
yeah,
There is a deeper appreciation that you can have to look at that and say, I did that. Like, that's me right there. And again, I encourage you all to go and look at the videos and the pictures of what the space looked like when we got there, because it just was open. It was open. Nothing was there. There was no fence.
mm,
There wasn't a dwelling. The houses have been torn down. We sit on 4 lots, and we've acquired the 3 additional lots as well that's connected to that, to
okay,
have that whole space to build out, just how we see, going. And you can't do that if it's something already
that's
there.
true.
And
That's
so
true.
you want to appreciate the work that you do. You want to pull in the ones you love and those who are interested, and pull those around you, so they have an appreciation. They can say, "Oh, I volunteered there to clean up. Oh, I was there and helped put that fence up, or I planted fruit in that raised bed." So it's really pivotal when you're doing community work to keep it communal and keep
Mm,
it community. And again, I mentioned Audra earlier of Izzy Global. Like, the landscape of your business, your development, or what you're doing, it has to be visually inviting.
yeah.
As Kyra would say, you want to feast with your eyes. Like, you want to look at it and go, I want to be there. I want to go. I'm curious. We eat with our taste buds. So, like,
Yeah.
to you already know, like, you smell a cup of coffee, you like, that ain't right. Or
Oh,
you
I
go
thought
to
you were talking
brunch
about
and
the kale soup you made.
ah,
I thought you were going to talk
oh,
about
when I
that.
got that kale soup to you, like, I, that right there. And so when you're entering a space of healing, that's
Mm,
no different. When you walk up, your eyes should say, wow. You should feel welcomed. So it's really nice to be able to partner with people like Izzy and people like Jonathan, who are artistic, but they have the skill set to be able to develop places and spaces like that. And so we wanted it to be ours. See, like,
It
we
definitely
wanted to do
has
it
y'all.
ourselves.
It definitely has y'all all over it. And it's just watching and seeing, and
That's the
I'm
beautiful part about it.
yeah,
That's the
like
beauty.
because it's like you you all have the capability of making it be whatever y'all see fit that you feel we
Hmm.
need,
Oh
right?
yeah, and I'm glad you said that, because it's not for us. It's
Yeah.
for you. It's for people. It's for the
Mhm,
community.
mhm.
And so I'm glad you said that, because it has to be, because that's who we want to come. Like that's who we want to service, and that's who we want to be able to provide a space that's for them. You know,
Uh,
they should feel like it's for them, young or old.
okay. Now, when you guys open up the doors, what can people find going on at the hub?
So hopefully a little bit of everything, a little bit of food, a little bit of music, a little bit of gardening, a little bit of internal restoration. We say a place to just be,
Mm,
because that's what we want. Like we want you to just come and just exist. Like you don't have to come with a thousand problems if you ain't got them. Just come and be who you are in that moment. And so that's they can expect, because we got my nephew, and so if you know my nephew Mari, he throws down. And so, food and a good time, good conversation. We're connected to so many great people like yourself and Swift, um, Drew. Like we're connected to so many beautiful people. Miss G, who is leading our legacy wellness program for our 55 and up. You know, so there's something for everybody, and so we want them to know that whatever space that you're in, you're welcome. You're welcome there, and we'll figure it out from there.
I love that. Now, when you mentioned something about somatic therapy, what type of services will you all provide there for the community?
Yeah. So my sister, she's really into getting our circadian rhythms together. She's really into mind, body, and soul, our emotions, our nervous systems, and how to get those things intact so we can grow and move forward.
Mm,
So she loves to do, when we were operating strictly out of our Facebook hub, she would do early morning resets of our
mm,
circadian clocks.
mhm.
And so that can look like deep breathing, slow yoga almost, without the discomfort of making y'all stretch beyond your capacity, because I understand. But really being intentional and talking through those experiences and knowing where things are happening in the body. So
Mhm.
you can expect something like that. You can expect things that are music led, similar to sports therapy that we would do, but
Right.
now being able to be done on the rhythm's land. You can expect plant bingo with Viney Vine. That's in development as well. And we have things for our kiddos too. I'm pulling together a doodling group for our young people, a sketch group. So to just bring them in and give them a space to exist as well. And so all of these things are in development as we're working with the Detroit Design Center, to make sure that spaces exist for all of these things that we want to do and implement. And so, yeah, they'll see some of these things popping up this year, but others they'll see coming up in the years to come as well as the space gets more developed.
I love that. I love that. Um, do you guys have a soft opening date for
No.
27?
Uh
Are we
we're
projecting?
probably for 20. Okay, TT, I'm sorry. I didn't let you finish. Go ahead.
So, are we projecting? Do we look like we will be able to maybe hear some stuff by the end of the year about groundbreaking opening date?
So, yes, yes, in different parts. So we have a soft opening that we're planning, like an open house, uh,
Okay.
um, where people have the ability to just come in.
Okay.
So we'll designate a day, the gates will be open, the people can come in, we'll be there, and they can just come and exist on in the space. As far as the opening, we want to make sure that we have more things to accommodate on the land, because of course we're doing things in phases, and so we want to be able to accommodate more people being there, because when you come you might not want to leave, and
Right.
so we want to make sure that we're able, to welcome people when they're coming in, but also have what they need while they're there as well. And so The open house will be soon. We'll post a flyer about that, and we'll put that on Facebook and IG. So follow us at Healing from the Rhythms Within on both. And there they can just come. You don't have, it doesn't require anything, just to come see the space and yeah, and meet myself, my sister, Journey, and whoever else, my mom, Miss G. Shout out to you, Miss G.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
whoever else is there,
I'll be there. Mm, I'll be there.
and meet TT.
Yes, yes.
So I'll make sure that you have that too, T. So you can
Yeah,
know when that'll be.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it would be nice. I don't know why you were talking about the porch therapy, whatever. I envisioned having an actual porch
Hmm.
on a piece of the land with the porch swings
Oh,
and the
that
rail.
sounds beautiful.
Yeah, I imagine just reminding you of how it would be to sit on your back porch on a nice
Hmm.
evening night with the swings and just be able to sit there and have therapy. To how we have the rocking chair
Yes.
and you're on the
Yes.
porch therapy. So I was sitting there like, I didn't know
And are
that.
the lots that are connected to the fence land, because those are our lots next to that as well, will definitely be the more communal space that we'll have. And so our partnership with the design team will be to do just that, to build that space out, to do more of what you're speaking of, to
Mm,
have it communal. I love the porch swing idea too, by the way. I love
thank
porch
you.
swings, period.
I
They
do
they
too.
just put you in a space.
They
They do.
do.
They just put you in a space.
And Mel said I'll be there. She said I really enjoy healing from the rhythm within shows. They were amazing. Yay! She's the frequent flyer. She's
Listen,
a lot of them.
thank
Yes,
you, Mel. And
yes.
they're so restorative. So I'll go to my sister and I'll go, hey, Kyra, is I said, we gotta do something. I'm feeling a little and I need some medicine. I'll
Wow.
literally will go to my sister and tell her that it's such a vibe, and it's such a therapeutic environment, so restorative. And so Mel, soon, Mel, soon.
I could even see a performance on the land if we brought in a stage. It doesn't have to be high, and we put up some pipe and drape, even though it's outside,
Oh yeah.
and doing a whole thing right there in the community.
Yep. And so we're right across the street from a senior residence
Mm,
building. And what we love most is there are porches. They have porches that face the land. And
nice.
so when we were just getting started over there, they would come sit on the porch, because one thing our elderly community gonna do, they gonna watch and they gonna talk. And baby, if it ain't right, they knocking on doors and asking questions. And so we have a partnership and relationship with them as well. Shout out to Miss Donna. Shout out to Miss Gwen. This tea, I it's just been a God is. It's just
Mm,
been a really great experience of just connecting with community and people. He's really put some dope people in our paths
yeah.
to be connected to throughout this process. So I know for sure the seniors will be outside. They're waiting for that garden. We already know that they're gonna be
I
over
know
there,
that's right.
all up in that garden. That's what we want. That's a part of what we do. We don't want to lose our grandmas and grandpas and great aunts. We don't want to lose them. We want to interweave them in what we're doing, because that's the fabric right there. That's the wisdom right there. So
Yeah.
that's who we want over there. Those are the pillars. And we want them to tell their stories too. So shout out to the Legacy Wellness Program that Miss G is over, because that's what that is set to do, is to keep our seniors involved and free them of some things that they may have not been able to say for all these years. And
Ooh.
so we are
Ooh.
we are definitely excited. We're excited about what's happening. We really are.
Mm. That made me think about the porch swing, the porch therapy, because a lot of our seniors did grow up in a season and era of life where they had the porches, right?
Oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah.
the rocking chairs, and even if you sat back and said, "Dang, I remember sitting out with Big Mama, or Papa, we would sit on the porch, and here we are with
Mhm.
brewed tea, if it's
Yes,
some of
and
the
good
chili, have kale
combos.
soup, some of the kale soup. I'm gonna throw it in there, y'all. Y'all don't even
See,
know.
I'm
Y'all
gonna get you that, Kels.
listen, come because let me tell you, it can be bought. You need to sell it there. Like you know how they go out and they have the little hay rides or whatever. We might not have no hay ride, but you can come in and get you
But we
some nice.
got Kels too.
Oh my god, it's the best, y'all. Let me tell you, I had like 5 bowls, but anyway,
And that came straight from the garden.
and it did,
Straight from
and
the soul, straight from my garden. That kale came straight from outside. Cleaned
it was
with love.
ah, it was so good. I just ooh, okay, I'm sorry. So let me ask you, how can the community support your nonprofit?
Yeah, so the biggest thing, of course, is staying connected on social media. I know we have some people that's like, I'm not on there. Well, we also have an email. So if you want to email us because you're not on social media, we have a website, www.therhythms.org, where you can connect with us that way. But we put things on there and then through Facebook. A few weeks ago, we were pushing donating $1, asking everybody to just donate $1 to our cause. That post is still on our page, and I can circle that back up to the front for those of you
Thank you.
who wants to see that. You can
Yeah,
donate that way. We have a consistent donation that you can do through Zephy. So if you are interested in donating, you can send us an email, inboxes on Facebook, and then we can connect with you that way.
I love it. I love it. What Mel said, yes, they are the fabric and wisdom. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And we're
Yeah,
losing.
we love our elderly. We got
Yeah.
to. We got to love on our we have to love on our elderly community.
We do. Because, they carry us, and our legacies come from that. And
Mhm.
we'll use it like I'm gonna have a young lady on. Let me see. I'm having a young lady on, Chanel Burns from Jacksonville, North Carolina. She will be coming on July 14th talking about wisdom legacy. She has an organization where it's a nonprofit where she will go out to your loved one. You could say, "Hey, we want to um, get on video, mama and papa talking about our family because we lose so much of our history.
Yeah.
They know everything, and a lot of it is up here. We like to write things down. They didn't have
Mhm.
technology and all that.
They
It was,
didn't have it.
you know what I'm saying? And so her organization, which she's going to talk about, is where we will come in and well, not we, I'm gonna include myself, but they will come in, because I'm a servant at heart. So they will come in and they will be able to get them on film or on recorder of that. And then you could pass that on along. We got the photo books and sometimes letters and Bibles and things like
Yeah.
that. But to hear the story, like I think about, like
Yep.
I was talking to it was probably Cody. I was talking to him. I said, "Man, if you had met your great grandma, my grandma, my dad's mom, she taught me so much as a kid, but she told me things that I had no idea, no clue what she's talking about." And I remember asking
Yep.
her
Until
why.
it circle back around.
Yeah, I'm like, "Why are you telling me this? I don't even understand." And she said it. She said, "Baby, because when you get old enough to need this, I won't be here, so I'm giving it to you now." She said,
And
"When you
you'll
get old
understand.
enough, will hear me say it." And I promise you, the first time it happened, I was 16 years old. And I remember what it was.
Yep.
When I was a kid, my grandmother used to say, when God is getting closer to coming and the world is shifting and changing, you will no longer be able to tell the difference in the seasons. And you could always smell summer. You could feel winter. You knew school,
Mhm.
right? I was 16 and I remember being like, I can't tell. School's supposed to be starting. I looked right up at the sky, and my grandmother passed way before I was 16. I was a little girl when she passed. And I said, my grandmother said that there'll come a time, and then you started to see the shift in things in the world,
Yep.
right?
And the season and the weather and the people. And it's just so much power and just that wisdom that they carry.
Yeah,
um Kyra is she's really big on the oratorical things. And so we recently went to a senior home and spoke to them, did a little music with Miss G. We did some songs, we did some back old school foot stomping jams that they remembered, those spiritual songs. We had some of them grab the mic and sing, and they
Yeah.
started to tell their stories. And my sister is quick to take her phone out and go,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
record it. Like,
Yeah.
because that's all you have.
So we have.
That's all you have. And
So
so your granny knew what was going on. And I wish that then we were able to have the mind to go, let me record, because
yeah.
it's up here playing like a record.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can hear her voice
I
saying
can.
that to you.
I can.
I know you can. And so it's so important. Now we learn from then and we go, you know what? Let me record this, or let me hold my phone up. Because I wish I would have done that more with my grandmother. I
Yeah.
do. I wish I would have got her and my grandpa fighting too, like arguing. You know, the elderly they were married 60 years,
Woo!
64 years, I
Baby.
believe.
Yes.
So if I wish I could have got those spats recorded, because they were hilarious, you know. And
Listen.
so you'll laugh at them and you'll chuckle in your head, but
Yeah.
to be able to hear it, you know, to hear it
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
to reprocess those things. So shout out to our elderly, our wise community. Shout out to them.
Amen. Good evening, Sunshine. Good evening. So before we get out of here, because I kidnapped you a little bit over the time, once again, I'm going to I'm gonna attempt to do this, y'all. I did good earlier, so I'm gonna try to give you guys a little glimpse, but you guys can go on TikTok. Um, the underscore rhythm number 7, because I know it by heart. So you can go on there and you can just see the beautiful way that things have started from the beginning stages, and they're just taking you along the journey. But I'm gonna try to share here with you guys what I was able to share. One video I was able to get that was acting correct with me, and we can see if we can play it. So bear with me right here.
Look,
Welcome to the Rhythm Pines.
the Rhythm Pods are right here on the Rhythm's land to provide one on one support just for you. They are cool, they are calm, and they are beautiful and bursting with color. If you have a minute, come by and check them out. Did you take a look
Say
at
it one
these
more time,
things
y'all.
and think, what are those? Well, take a look.
Welcome to the Rhythm Pines.
The Rhythm Pods are right here on the Rhythm's land to provide one on one support just for you. They are cool, they are calm, and they are beautiful and bursting with color. If you have a minute, come by and check them out.
Let me say this again. Vine's voice is so soothing. I could imagine being on that porch for the porch therapy and she talking, or y'all got a voiceover, you waiting on your session to start, you just sitting there listening to her, sipping on your cup of tea or eating your kale soup. And just, I'm gonna keep throwing that out there. I'm gonna keep throwing that out there. But yeah, on all seriousness, I do want to show this to you guys as well. This was a nice shot. It gives you see the detail in there.
Hey,
That's
Mama. Hey,
KyraBea,
Kyra.
and that's Mama G right in there. The address, y'all, if you guys want to go by, there you heard it right here on TT from the D Testimony Tuesday. They're gonna have a soft opening. You'll see flyers, you'll get information. Of course, I'll be sharing that. But the property is located at 15922 Dexter in Detroit, Michigan, right in the heart, because the hearts are put into this, right? And this is a very small peek at what the pods look like inside. And then if you look at this photo here, right behind the pod, there is the brown house. And there, as Vaughn has said earlier, they're also working on the blue that they're going to roll out to you guys. Um, let's unpack this really quick before I let you out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about this.
So, we are pulling together the Detroit Storytelling Wellness Neo Collective, which is soon C. And so, what is this? Is coming together, pulling people together in the form of storytelling and healing at the same time. And so,
Mhm.
it is a group. if it's similar to group therapy. But what we like to do is give things unconventional names. So it is similar to group therapy, but this really is rooted in storytelling. So coming into a space where you can tell your story or where you can hear some stories and where we can connect and we can unwind and back to that ball of yarn, undo some things and really get clarity and just leave from the space feeling renewed and refreshed. And so that's facilitated by myself and my big sister. We're both licensed professional counselors. And there will be some other hosts there as well when we do these.
I love that. I do see on here that it says that insurance is accepted, support available, no one turned away. So, do you know off the
Mhm.
top of your head what type of insurances you guys take?
That is a Kyra question.
Okay.
No, we take Medicaid. We also take Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Care Network,
Oh wow.
Humana,
Okay.
and I know for sure I'm forgetting one because
Hat.
that's why it's
Maybe
two
hat.
halves to a circle because my sister is my other half. But I know for sure that we take those. If you don't have insurance at all, if you're in between, we do not turn people away for services. One of the beautiful things about our nonprofit organization, which is why donations are so important, because it helps to support and fill the gap for people who do not have insurance. So if you
Woo.
want to come, if you want to be a part of this, please do not let not having insurance or being underinsured turn you away. We want you there. We definitely want you there.
I'm gonna say this. I know some entities and spirits is mad at y'all because y'all getting ready for the healing. You're getting ready for the healing, 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 healing,
Yeah.
and providing comfort care on another level, right? Where they can come
Hmm.
not only get their mind but even their body. You don't have to garden. You got all these amazing things.
Oh
I want to
yeah.
say to you guys, thank you for the work that you've done, the work that you're doing, and the work that you're gonna do for the
Absolutely.
people. You know, I know that it would be considered conflict of interest, but I definitely, I get my therapy anyway. Y'all just don't know it, but but I'm just excited about it because you said something just now. People need what you guys are saying. Don't let this stop you because, oh, I'm sorry, you don't your insurance, we don't take your insurance, or oh, I'm sorry, you didn't meet your copay, or insurance, oh,
Hmm.
we don't deal with you,
Hmm.
we don't have, oh, what's your form of payment? Oh yeah, we don't do that. You guys are like, no, we
Oh
expect it
yeah.
and we'll
No,
work
come on.
with you because
Yeah.
there's healing. You never know who could be one decision away from ending it all because they didn't have
Okay. Okay. And we
period.
don't we don't want we don't want that. You know, we started not taking insurance. Like we started through donations only.
Yeah.
For that reason, for our artist community who sometimes if artistry is all you do, you may not have insurance or you may be underinsured. And so we've always been for those community of people. Like we want to be able to provide support no matter what. And so we're just opening that and widening that net a bit more.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for being an amazing guest, as I know you would.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is there one piece of advice you want to leave with the people about plant nursery and the gardening store?
Um, just reconnect with your roots.
Mm,
Reconnect with your roots. You'll be surprised what the touch of some soil or dirt will do for you. And it's actually scientifically proven that planting and gardening helps to increase your endorphins. It helps to restore and rebuild. And I did a whole series of that in the hub before, which we'll probably do again, of just how important it is to stay connected with the ground. Don't let killing plants stop you. I hear that so much. I can't grow plants. I kill plants.
that's
No,
me.
mm-mm.
That's
Everything
me.
has a life cycle. Everything has a life cycle. Don't internalize if your plant did not make it. It
Mm,
served its purpose,
hallelujah. I
just
receive
like
that.
many things.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to reconnect with you all, my plant people, very soon.
Yes, yes. Well, I want to thank you again, for being an amazing guest. Thank you for giving us the insight to what you guys are planting in the heart of Detroit. Please hug and kiss KyraBea for me. Tell her thank you so much
I
for.
shall. You know,
Uh,
I feel empty without her, T.
I know, but you know
I
what?
still put her name in the
I
thing.
know, I know. But you represented her well. You represented her well. You did. You did. You did. And so, yeah, y'all heard it all right here. When they get ready to do the soft opening, I promise you, I will be sharing it. I will be talking about it. I'm gonna try to kidnap them to bring them back so they can tell y'all what y'all can expect during the soft opening. All right, Vine. Much
Thank you,
love to
T.
you. You're welcome. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. And have you a wonderful night.
You too.
Thank you, Queen. All right, y'all. Now listen. Y'all heard it right here. Let me show y'all this pod again. I absolutely that is like so dope. I can't wait to just like sit in there. And y'all know where it's located? Right there. 15922 Dexter in the heart of the city in Detroit, Michigan. You can't miss it, okay? There's going to be a lot going on. We covered a lot today. If you guys came on a little late, that's fine. You guys can go back. Give me probably a good 10, 15 minutes. Let the show get ready to upload itself and it'll be back out there for you guys. I'm going to share something that's just befitting for this before I let you guys go. And this is a book from Melanie Smiles. This is a little sneak preview commercial on how you can get this book. It's just befitting, I feel. Um, and it's called Minding My Own Healing. We will talk a little bit about that after this.
We never perceive brokenness or a bad thing as good until later when we see the good things that can come from the bad thing. Sometimes the bad situations that happen in our lives can put us on the right path to the best thing that will happen to us and position us for healing. As I was minding my own healing, I learned that healing is a personal journey of becoming whole or healthy again that involves a process of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual experiences. Healing doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring the pain. It's when the pain no longer controls you. When you can detach from what has been inflicted and only take the lessons with you. Some say time heals all wounds. That's not true. Time alone does not heal you. You heal you. God has already given us his healing power and placed it on the inside of every believer. It's up to us to access it and activate it. My prayer is that the words, scriptures, information, and testimonies of the contributing authors poured into this book will inspire, encourage, motivate you to navigate through your healing journey. It's never too late to heal. It's never too late to start minding your own healing. The pain and hurt may not have been your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. My proverb is, hurt people hurt other people, but healed people heal others. My name is Melanie Smiles, and I'm the author of the book Minding My Own Healing, and you can get your copy and start minding your own healing at www.melaniesmiles.com. It's also available on Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and other media platforms.
Another one of my sisters from another mister and mother. They have a very soothing voice, very, very soothing. Should be doing voiceovers, but that's another thing. So this is the book right here. Okay. And this is Melanie's book. But I was blessed to be amongst three of the beautiful women, additional to Mel, to actually be a contributing author. And it's long overdue. I got to get these queens on here. We're going to talk about it. But I'll give you guys a little chapter. Yep. I contribute a little chapter in there. Yeah, your girl TT from the D. So let me tell you, if you want, you could definitely go to the website, to Mel's website to grab the book, or Amazon or Barnes and Noble, I believe. But if you want an autographed copy from your girl TT from the D, then you guys can send me an email and let me know you would like an autographed copy book. And I will correspond with you. You can inbox me and let me know you like an autographed copy. And if you want an autographed copy with all of our names, let me know. I think I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that could make that happen. And we will get that book out to you. My email is my first name, Teresa, Teresa at ttfromthed.com. Or you can inbox me, like I said, and let me know you want an autographed copy, and then I'll tell you how you can proceed to do that. But again, this is an amazing book. And Mel put some stuff in here. I mean, I love everybody's chapter, but she really put some stuff in here. And so you won't be disappointed with minding my own healing. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go because I've been in this thing for a while. I kidnapped Vaughn for a long time, but she gave you guys a lot of information tonight, and I am super excited. I'm very blessed to have been able to have her on here. And so as we're saying see you later, I just want you guys to realize that Testimony Tuesday has something lined up every Tuesday throughout the year. We are booked. I have even started going into 2027, believe it or not. And that's the first for me. I've been podcasting for 6 years, but it's the first for me. Testimony Tuesday is taking it its own way. It's doing something different. And that's not me. It's him. Until next week, where my special guest will be, who's my special guest? Let me see. Who on my show next week? Let me see, because I got my calendar right here. Damon Fletcher. He's an artist. Okay. He's an artist, house music, techno type of music. He's coming on. He's going to be having a concert on Father's Day. I'll let him tell more about that. Shout out to his publicist, Rocky. She may join him. I'm not real sure, but if not, he came on before and he was a great guest. So I'm excited. I'll have a video to share with you guys and some new music and things like that. Might even be able to give away a pair of tickets. Who knows what will happen here on Testimony Tuesday. Until then, it's your girl TT from the D, and I'll see you soon.
You never gave up on me. You never gave up on me. You were my testimony. Oh.